Today, we're going to be taking a look at 10 more Minecraft mod combinations that work very, very well together. And when it comes to what these combos do, they're kind of all over the place. I think I did a good job getting some nice variety in here. I think you'll enjoy them. And you know what? You better enjoy them. If you don't, that means I failed, and we just simply can't have that, okay? Anyway, let's go ahead and get into the video. So for our first combination of mods, I wanted to help improve Minecraft's terrain while still having it look like Minecraft terrain. I do love all the realistic terrain generation mods and stuff like that, but you know, for this combination, I just wanted it to be something that looks recognizable. And to start this off, I went with the blooming Biosphere mod. This wonderful mod overhauls every single biome in the game. Yet, as I mentioned before, it still resembles what it's supposed to be. So you know, a dark forest, for example, still looks like a dark forest, just better. And the mod will be combining with blooming Biosphere to further enhance biomes while, you know, still keeping that Minecraft feel, is Countered's terrain slabs. This mod will make your world look and feel a whole lot smoother, and it does this by placing slabs between most blocks throughout the world. So now when you're, say, walking up a hillside, you're not gonna have to do any jumping, so this mod's also a pretty good replacement for something like Step Up if you find that to be a little too overpowered, I guess, because now you'll just do it naturally. And when paired with blooming Biosphere, these mods are just gonna make your world look far more detailed, but again, will still very much resemble vanilla. In fact, you should be able to use both of these mods on a server, and players would be able to join without even having the mods installed because they don't actually add any new blocks to the game. Now, for our next combination of mods, we're gonna add some really cool ship sailing potential to Minecraft, and to begin this, we'll be using the mod Eureka for Valkyrien skies, which, you know, it also requires Valkyrien skies. It's kind of what it's built off of. Anyway, once installed, you'll be able to build a ship completely from scratch and sail it. Here's my example. Yes, I know, it's absolutely beautiful. Likely the greatest build you've ever seen in Minecraft. I know, I won't brag about it too much, but it can move. I can sail it around the ocean, but at the same time, you're sailing in a Minecraft ocean, which is kind of boring. So naturally, we'll install the mod that completely overhauls Minecraft oceans, Physics Mod Pro. And it does have to be the Pro version specifically, otherwise you're not going to have access to these simulated oceans, but don't worry, it is free. You just simply have to download it from the Patreon page. And something that's especially cool is your modified boat will actually move along the surface of the ocean rather than just plowing directly through the waves as if they're not there. Your ship will interact with them. But we're not done here. There's also another really cool mod I want to install that kind of builds off of both of these, and this is Valkyrien Pirates. This mod will make it so some boats will actually generate on their own, full of mobs that want to kill you. They'll actually sail around on their own, which is really cool. Even though they're kind of just on a basic circular pattern, they'll still make for a very interesting encounter. The mobs within the ships sometimes do get a little bit glitchy as they don't quite understand what's happening, but you know, that just introduces some nice chaos, and I mean, who doesn't want that? And the mod recommends that you bring some cannons of your own in order to board the ships, but personally, I found all you really need is just some ladders. So you know, overall, these mods are going to make exploring the ocean quite a bit more exciting. And speaking of exciting, our next combination is going to do the same for explosives. For starters, you'll want to install the Explosive Enhancement mod, which, you know, according to its name, very much fits this particular combination. And what it's going to do for you is completely replace the visuals of explosions. So rather than kind of a bunch of particles that float in the air, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, you're going to have a full-on animated explosion, which looks really cool. And the other mod we'll be featuring in this combination is the Perception mod, which will actually add some really cool screen shake to your game whenever a loud sound, or specifically explosions, happen nearby. And this just makes explosions feel more violent and intimidating, you know, as they should be. And when combined, these two mods are going to make explosions practically unrecognizable. And again, I don't think the explosions in vanilla Minecraft are bad necessarily, but this is going to make them quite a bit more exciting in my opinion. And now for our next combination of mods, we're going to be improving both the visuals and the audio of placing blocks. To start this off, we'll be using the Smooth Particles mod, which is going to make it so whenever you place a block, matching particles will come flying off of it. A somewhat subtle but very nice effect that we're going to build on. And we'll do so by next installing the Sounds mod, which, among many other very satisfying sounds within the mod, adds a bunch of unique sounds whenever you place blocks, which is really nice because a lot of the newer blocks in Minecraft actually have unique sounds. However, most of the old ones kind of just sound pretty much the same if it's within the same category of blocks. With these two mods installed, building is already going to be a fair bit more exciting, but now if you'd like, you can install a Good Place, which introduces a nice little animation to every single block you put down. This mod in particular, I'm not sure is going to be for everyone. Some people might find it to be kind of jarring, but I do believe it can be customized if you'd like, so you could make it a little more subtle. But overall, I thought it was worth including, and once you have all three of these mods combined, again, building is just going to be an overall more satisfying experience. Next up, we're going to significantly enhance the visuals of weather within Minecraft. In vanilla, the weather is very very basic. It just kind of comes straight down and doesn't change all that much. And the first mod we'll use to significantly enhance this is particle rain. With this mod installed, pretty much every aspect of weather is significantly improved. Rain and snow will now fall at an angle, it's far less uniform, there's a variety of new visual effects that look really nice, and it even introduces sandstorms. Overall, the mod does an absolutely incredible job of improving weather in Minecraft, but we can still continue to enhance this even further using the fog mod. This mod completely overhauls fog in some very visually appealing ways, including making it so when there's weather, the fog will get denser and change color depending on the biome you're in. And I think this just does a wonderful job of making it look as if there's actually bad weather. Especially with the sandstorms, if you just pause and stare into the distance for a second, you'll kind of notice that the particles don't actually go that far away, which makes sense because if the particles stretched into infinity, you would be running a nice solid 5 FPS. But again, the fog mod does a wonderful job of just merging seamlessly with particle rain and making it look as if the sandstorm is much larger. Both these mods are great, and when combined will just make weather substantially nicer to look at. Ad break. Do you yearn for the skies? If so, War Thunder has exactly what you need. You know the game. It's got air combat, tank battles, and ships as well. You'll participate in battles throughout massive maps, piloting vehicles ranging from the mid-20th century to modern technological marvels. The game receives a constant stream of updates, consistently improving graphics, physics, and sound. In fact, ray tracing was just added, so now your computer can sound like a jet engine as well. The game boasts realistic and detailed vehicles, each with their own unique behavior and feel within combat, along with an assortment of different weapon systems available to you. Plus, they can be completely customized to your heart's desire. And vehicle damage is realistic as well. You don't just have health bars letting you know when your enemy will soon be destroyed. Instead, the game's visuals will accomplish that. And what you damage actually matters. Destruction of different systems has unique consequences. The most recent update, Storm Warning, has introduced ray tracing, as I mentioned before, introducing realistic shadows, lighting, and reflections, all that good stuff. Plus, some brand new vehicles and a fresh map to use them on. So, check out War Thunder, links in the description. You can play it on PC, PlayStation, Xbox, and even mobile, so pretty much anywhere. All new players, along with those who haven't played in half a year, will receive nice bonuses, including a special decorator Eagle of Valor, 100,000 Silver Lions, and more. Anyway, thanks again War Thunder for sponsoring this video. Ad over. Now, for our next combination of mods, I'm going to be showing you a mod that is similar to one I've shown before. However, it provides a feature I've long wanted from this particular type of mod. And this is Toni's Immersive Lanterns, which allows you to wear a lantern on your hip, illuminating your surroundings as you explore and freeing up your hands to do as you please. And with this mod, the lantern even swings around on your character, which I really appreciate. However, that's not the main feature I'm quite excited about. What's really exciting is that you can use this mod with shaders. And I have very much wanted this, okay? Especially for use with something like the Shrimple shader, which when you enable the RTX setting, it'll cast dynamic shadows throughout your world, which again just looks so awesome, especially in third person. It's an immensely satisfying effect. Unfortunately, however, when I tested it, it doesn't seem to support rethinking voxels, which I still think provides the overall best dynamic shadows, but we're halfway there. Also, I think this combination works very well with the first person mod, because it allows you to see yourself in first person, including that nice little lantern swinging around on your hip. For our next combination, it's actually one I halfway featured in my last mod combinations video, but I'm making an adjustment here. And the first mod I've included is Countered's Settlement Roads, which by the way, this is the second mod by Countered, so good work Countered. And what this mod is going to do for you is provide connecting roads between villages. So once you leave a village, just follow a path and you'll likely run into another. And the mod we'll be combining this with is via Romana. And what this mod does is allows you to fast travel between two different signs. However, in order to do so, you need to build a road, then walk the entire thing and connect the 2 points. And you can't stray from the path or anything like that. If you try to do so, the mod's gonna yell at you and tell you you're doing it wrong. But combined with Countered Settlement Roads, you can simply walk a road that already exists. I mean, you have to do that part, but it takes up half of the work. You will still probably have to repair the road in some spots, as intense terrain is gonna provide some pretty janky roads occasionally. And if you want to make a road to your own location, you're still gonna have to do that manually. Also, I wanted to test this with the Terrain Slabs mod I featured earlier, and it kind of works, although it sort of tells you you're doing it wrong, but then kind of just continues letting you make progress, so it might work, it might not. So next, we're going to be taking a look at a mod that I showed off fairly recently in its own video that provides probably the most absurd terrain you've ever seen, and this is AmpXtreme, which takes the amplified world type from within vanilla Minecraft and just makes it significantly taller. And the time that it would take you to manually climb this high would probably be astronomical, so it's in your best interest to get a mod that allows you to get around the world a little bit easier. And the first of these mods is called Glide Away, which provides provides a hang glider that works pretty similar to an elytra actually. And what I liked about this mod, especially for this particular combination, and kind of what I searched for, is the fact that it's not too difficult to make this thing. The toughest material to acquire would be the phantom membranes, but I mean, that just requires waiting a few nights, so you know, really not that bad. And the second mod I decided to go with was Immersive Aircraft, which, while a little bit more difficult to construct than Glide Away, still doesn't have too crazy of crafting recipes, so you should be able to get one somewhat quickly. And you can always use these mods together and, you know, just kind of treat it as a form of progression, and overall they're just gonna make exploring this absolutely massive terrain just far more possible. Now, the second to last combination I'll be showing you all today, which is gonna feature 3 mods, is gonna provide a wide variety of audio and visual effects all throughout your world that just make it significantly more immersive. And the first of these mods is Dynamic Surroundings, which is just an absolute classic mod. Been around for a while and is still easily one of the best at what it does. You have visual effects that make your world more interesting, such as steam coming off of water running into lava, visible breath within cold biomes, along with audio effects like biome ambience, and my absolute favorite, the dynamic waterfall rushing sounds. And in addition to this, I've installed Particular, and once again, this mod provides some really nice effects. For example, these awesome water cascades at the bottom of waterfalls, which I think works flawlessly with dynamic surroundings. I mean, waterfalls will be significantly improved. Here's a comparison between vanilla and then both of these mods installed. I think this is a pretty massive upgrade. In Particular also provides other really nice effects, such as leaves falling from trees, cave dust, and 3D water splashes. And just these 2 mods is already a pretty great combination, but we're also going to throw in subtle effects. This mod provides a pretty substantial amount of new visuals that you'll find just about everywhere. You'll notice slimes leaving trails, dust being kicked in the air when you go sprinting, particles floating around lanterns and lava. It's got a pretty long list of features, and you'll notice them quite often. And when combined with the other 2 mods, you're going to be seeing and hearing new stuff pretty much all the time. And finally, the last mod combination I'll be showing you all today is just great for chaos. For starters, we have a really new and really cool mod that allows you to artillery strike pretty much whatever you target. And the mod is aptly named Artillery Support. It provides 2 different artillery types. First, you have mortars, which aren't going to do damage to terrain, and then you have howitzers, which absolutely will. And both of these have a few variants that'll rain down artillery in different patterns, and overall, you can cause a lot of mayhem and destruction with this. And by the way, make sure with this mod you have your render distance set to 18. I didn't at first, and the mortars just weren't arriving sometimes, and I was wondering why, and that's why. And in addition to this, I wanted to try mixing it with some block physics mods. And the first option here is realistic explosion physics, which, you know, is kind of exactly what we're looking for, considering we're dealing with explosives here. And when the howitzers come raining down, you'll see blocks flying everywhere. Again, great for just some pure mayhem. And the second option, which is kind of the more boring pick, simply because it's just fairly obvious, is again, physics mod. The mod still provides easily some of the best physics visuals possible for breaking blocks, and that absolutely applies here as well. And if you set the block breaking setting to, well, blocky, the full blocks are going to fly everywhere, which just makes it far more noticeable. Also, quick warning, if you use the volley fire howitzer, it is going to tank your FPS. All of the explosions arrive at once, and you can immediately tell when it happens. For a solid, give or take 20 seconds, your computer's gonna die. And that's all the combinations I've got for you today. Let me know in the comments which combinations were your favorite, and maybe even some ways I could have improved them, along with, of course, combinations that I didn't feature. I'd love to hear about those. And as always, if you'd like to try anything I showcased today, I'll be sure to link it all. And anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to leave a like and subscribe, and remember to check out War Thunder using the links I left in the description below. If you're a new player or just haven't played in a while, you'll get all kinds of nice rewards, so, you know, it's a good time to jump in. So, until next time, thanks for watching.